What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be diving into my first battles for the Element Cup in Go Battle League. Now before we do get into it, understand that I haven't unlocked second charge moves on all of my Pokemon. I showed you guys that yesterday in the Element Cup video guide if you guys haven't seen that already, and Chinchou is definitely one of those, but it still performs really well. Also, 2 times Stardust for the next 2 weeks, whether you're in Master or Element Cup, and it is honestly a great time to rake in Stardust. I used a Premium Pass and Star Pieces in today's sets just to see how much Stardust I can get, and I got 145,000 Stardust from 5 sets of battles alone. That is absolutely incredible. So let me know what you guys think about this team and these battles, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here, we have Chinchou on the lead versus Exeggcute. Shadow Exeggcute at that. This is a really bad matchup, so I'm going to go into the Growlithe right away, start getting ahead on energy. You guys saw how much damage those Embers did. Now we will see a Shadow Slowpoke now come in, which is definitely deadly. Confusion will be doing a lot of neutral damage, but Body Slams right here as well are going to put huge pressure, and we do get a shield from them, which is really nice, and they are going to farm us down, which is fine by me, but I can easily come in with, I believe I come in with Chikorita right here and start loading up on energy. Yeah, I come in with the Chikorita, and I'm going to load up on energy. Reason being, having access to Body Slam does so well against the meta, and I can farm down this Slowpoke with Vine Whips alone, hopefully before it gets to another charge move, which I do. That's beautiful. I almost have 2 Body Slams right now, which is a lot of damage. So what we're going to see is this Ducklett now come in. So we're going to go ahead and go for Body Slam right here. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage, and we don't get a shield, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go for Grass Knot. Maybe they won't give up a shield right here, and this Grass Knot will KO for neutral damage, but they do. Yeah, they decided not to shield right there, so I go ahead and swap into Chinchou and knock that thing out, saving my Chikorita. And we're going to go ahead and just go for Bubble Beams right here. Even though this is resisted because of that grass typing there on the Shadow Exeggcutes, it still does a decent amount of damage. As you guys can see, it's really adding up, and it's lowering the attack consistently, which is really nice. I can get off multiple Bubble Beams because of the energy gain here from Spark. We can easily get off multiple, and this is definitely going to be putting pressure on them to shield. Again, lowering that attack, doing some chip damage, and I still have Chikorita in the back. So what I need to do is try to catch a charge move right here. So hopefully I can get to another Bubble Beam in time, which I can. This is going to allow me to have my switch clock come back up. So what I'm going to do is swap straight into Chikorita right here once I get it, and go ahead and force them to have to throw energy. Otherwise, Vine Whips will take them out. So we will see them go ahead and throw the Ancient Power, but because of all those Bubble Beams, we're able to survive and fast move each other down, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Alright, moving into this next one, we have Chinchou on the lead versus Cottonee. Another terrible lead right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go into Chikorita this time on the safe swap and start getting ahead on energy. So we will see a Ducklett now come in. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Grass Knot right away. After seeing how much damage it did in that first battle, I'm going to guess I can just throw it right away and hopefully it lands, which it does. That's amazing. Ducklett is not the best. It's a good counter to Chikorita, but Chikorita can win this fight. And what you guys will see is I can safely shield. Now your Chikorita may not be able to do this. It's all going to depend on IVs, but we will be able to completely farm down. We're going to go ahead and risk it, and we're able to farm down and survive with 1 HP, and we have 2 Body Slams ready to go. Now thankfully Cottonee didn't get a charm in right there, which means I'm going to be able to get to back-to-back Body Slams, which is going to do a lot of neutral damage. I was able to flip this matchup, and I can have Growlithe come into the Cottonee right here, and that is looking to be very tough for my opponent. We'll have to see what they have in the back, but we're going to go ahead and bring in that Growlithe and then just Ember down, and they do decide to swap into a Tentacruel, which is perfectly fine with me. Body Slam, again, this is why having Pokemon like Chikorita, Growlithe, Vulpix who have Body Slam for neutral damage is going to put so much pressure, because it's 500 CP combat power right here, which means Body Slams are going to do a lot of damage for such low energy. So we will go ahead and shield this first charge move. It is going to be a Wrap, which would do neutral, and then we're going to go ahead and go for Bubble Beams right here. Again, resisted, but it's also going to lower that attack, and we might be able to completely farm down with Spark and take this game. So that is basically going to be a good battle. We do get a shield right there, which is great. I built up to what would have been a Thunderbolt, So we will see a wrap land. Doesn't do too much, which is awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and throw another Bubble Beam right here just before they get to another wrap. This should be taking out the Tentacool, which it does. And then we will be able to throw another Bubble Beam here versus the Cottonee, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Like I said, I don't have Thunderbolt, but you could still put in work with this team with Pokemon who don't have multiple moves. Again, if you want to go with Chikorita and you don't want to unlock a second charge move, granted it's only 10,000 Stardust, but you can just rock Body Slam. Same with Growlithe, Ember, and Body Slam. So we will see a good lead versus the Ducklett, and they swap into a Turtwig, so it's going to be a Razor Leaf Turtwig, which we can completely farm down with Growlithe. So I'm guessing it's going to be double Razor Leaf users, so Ducklett, double Grass. And this is what's great about Growlithe as well, is Body Slam does so much damage that we will be forcing shields, and hopefully we can get to another one in time. No, we cannot. That's unfortunate. But I'm going to come in right away with Chinchou, as the switch clock is not up. Brave Bird as well won't one-shot, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go, and is just going to be a Bubble Beam Shield Bait, which is fine by me. The reason why I didn't wait for the switch clock is because this is such a dominating matchup right here of Chinchou versus Ducklett that I want to come into it right away. I don't want them to be able to swap out. So we go ahead and throw a Bubble Beam. The attack was lowered, and I do believe I'm going to go ahead and shield this charge. Oh no, I decided to let this one go. It's just going to be another Bubble Beam, and we will be able to farm down. But they swap into, didn't see what it was, but it was a Grass type Pokemon, Grass Poison. And we will bring in the Chinchou after doing the Bubble Beam, and it is going to be a Badoo right here. So double Razor Leaf right here, but this is where Chikorita just does so well, having Body Slam to do neutral damage. Again, that Bubble Beam lowering the attack there on Badoo before it swapped in. This is perfect. Again, if you guys want to rock Chinchou, you can get Thunderbolt. It just makes it that much better, but you don't necessarily need it. So if you're going to go ahead and go with a single move, I'd go with Bubble Beam because it really sets up the team fights right here. So we will just be able to get to another charge move. We are going to go ahead and shield and just basically commit to the farm down. I'll have 2 Body Slams, one for the Ducklett and one here for the Badoo. So we'll just go ahead and build up to that. Got 2 Body Slams just to secure the victory right here. And that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So this team can handle lead losses. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and throw this next Body Slam, take out the Ducklett, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. All right. Moving into this next battle right here, we have, we'll have to see what this one was. It was Chinchou on the lead versus Vulpix. All right. Really positive lead right here, and they're going to go ahead and stay in, which is fine by me. Bubble Beam does so much damage to Fire-type Pokemon in this meta, on top of lowering the attack. So we will go ahead and throw the Bubble Beam. We do get a shield, and they're deciding to stay in, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and mirror shields right here, just in case it is, well, it's probably going to be Body Slam for neutral damage. But we're going to go ahead and mirror shields, and they're probably going to be swapping out at some point, which they do. They swap into Slowpoke, which is fine by me. Bubble Beam's going to be lowering that attack. It is going to be resisted, but I can easily come in with Chikorita after loading up to another Bubble Beam. Reason being, I want to have that Bubble Beam ready for the Vulpix when we come back in. I know my Chikorita can survive a Psyshock right here, which is going to do quite a bit of neutral damage because of that debuff from Bubble Beam. So what we're going to do is build up just to almost 2 Body Slams right here, giving me enough health to play with versus that Vulpix to potentially get to another Body Slam to get that final shield and take out Slowpoke. So we will see the Vulpix come in. Again, managing my health and energy right there so I can get one more Body Slam off versus Vulpix. This is going to get that final shield, or it takes it out. We do get the final shield. And remember, I saved that Bubble Beam on Chinchou so I can do exactly this. An unshielded Vulpix, I can take it out. I have Growlithe, I have Chinchou, and we'll have to see what the final Pokemon is going to be. Vulpix goes down, and it will be a Ducklett. And again, this is why I said you guys don't need Thunderbolt. If you want to save Stardust and just rock with a single move Chinchou, watch what this thing is going to do to a Ducklett. Spark just does so much damage. You can easily, look at this, it's just absolutely shredding it, and you get to another Bubble Beam as well. The only way they can take you out is landing charge moves, and we do have a shield, and plus we're going to be resisting all the charge moves that it does have. And that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So Chinchou incredibly strong in that matchup. All right, moving into this final battle here, we have Chinchou on the lead versus Chinchou. All right, mirror matchup. How do we play this out? Well, what I like to do is build up to what would be Thunderbolt. It's going to be 7 sparks right here. So we're going to build up to 7 and then throw the Bubble Beam right here. And I happen to be winning CMP ties. I think my Chinchou is a bit higher on the attack stat, but honestly, don't worry. Just use whatever one you have because I know a lot of us don't necessarily save a bunch of Vulpix, Growlithe, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and swap into the Chikorita, get ahead on energy, and draw out a Ducklett right here, which is great. We're going to go ahead and go for the Grass Knot right away. This is probably going to be getting a shield from our opponent, but if they decide to let it go, it's looking very, very good. We do get the shield, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and go for a Body Slam right here to do some chip damage, and then we'll probably come in with that Chinchou and look to farm down for a lot of loaded energy. So we do land the Body Slam, which is great. They're going to go ahead and throw a charge move right here, and I believe I decide to shield actually, and this is just a Bubble Beam, which is unfortunate, which means they're rocking Bubble Beam Brave Bird, so which means I can get to this next Body Slam right here. This is going to force that shield from our opponent, so we will get 2 shields, which is fantastic right here. And then we're going to go ahead and swap into Chinchou and fast move down. Now they are going to go ahead and throw the charge move, and I'm going to let this go. It could be a Brave Bird, which it is. That really hurts. Barely able to hold on, and we do see an Exeggcute come in, but that's perfectly fine. Growlithe can now come in and fast move down. We will have to give up 1 shield right here, but their Chinchou doesn't yet have Bubble Beam, and Ducklett is extremely low, so things are looking very good. We're going to go ahead and shield the Ancient Power, completely farm down here with Ember, and we got to make sure we're looking in the top right to make sure it is Chinchou, considering they just swapped, and it is, so we're going to go ahead and throw that Body Slam right away. This is going to do enough neutral damage to take it out, and then we will be able to use Embers here versus the Ducklett, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So starting off the Element Cup with a solid 5-0, with a Premium Pass, with a Star Piece. Let's see how much dust we get. We get an Gyarados. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead, climbing up to 2,330 rating, and we get 30,000 Stardust from a 5-0 with a Premium Pass and a Star Piece, plus the 8,000 from the reward. So nearly 40,000 Stardust for 1 set. You guys can do the math, multiply that out by 5, and things are looking very, very good. You're going to range between 100 to 200,000 Stardust if you can perform decently well every single day. That's a lot of Stardust, and 14 days of it, my goodness, we can get well over 1 million right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This team was a lot of fun. You guys don't necessarily need dual charge moves. Again, if you want to rock single charge moves, Bubble Beam on Chinchou, Body Slam on Chikorita, Body Slam on Growlithe, and you guys will be just fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.